In today's graphic design tutorial, I'm going to show you 3 different key ways you can select and navigate around a design in Adobe Illustrator. So to demonstrate the first function in Adobe Illustrator, I've got an arrangement of different squares on the screen right here. As you can see, some have strokes, some are different colors, and even some have different opacities. This one has 50%. So when you're working on complex designs with lots of different elements on the actual design itself, you might want to select a specific group of objects. And the first method we're going to look at is the Magic Wand tool here, which if you double click brings up the Magic Wand menu. And as you can see, we have 5 different options for selecting parts of our design. The key thing about the Magic Wand tool is that it has a tolerance slider. Now if I put up the tolerance really high, it's going to select all of my objects even though it's not the same fill color. When using the Magic Wand tool, I advise to use a low tolerance because this really narrows down the selection that you want to be grabbing on your graphic designs. Using the opacity option with a low tolerance, it does find the 2 shapes which have 50% opacity. But yeah, again, if I raise up the tolerance, it's going to be less precise in its selection. So do keep in mind the tolerance when using the Magic Wand tool. That was just the first of 3 different functions for selecting objects in your graphic designs, so let's head on to the second one right now. This is something that not many people actually know about or they actually use for their graphic design workflow, and that is if you go up to select object and you have some different options here open to you. I've got nothing selected at the moment, so the grayed out areas are only available when I've got a design asset selected. But as you can see, I can select any clipping mask on my design, which can be really useful in certain situations if you're using lots of clipping masks and you want to select all of them at once. Another really cool aspect here is the stray points option, which as you can see I've got no stray points, but if I quickly take the pen tool and just make a point here, this is something that easily happens throughout our workflow. We have stray points on our artwork that we don't want. So this option will find those, track them down, and you can remove them. And then another really awesome selection option is to select all text objects, which is really handy when you've got lots of text over lots of design assets and shapes. And then going back into the same option, we've got point type objects, which is this kind of text that we've just been using. But the last option is area text. Now you might not be familiar with area text and what actually is, but area type objects are shapes that have text within them. And to actually create one, you need to make a shape first, then you need to hold down a click on the type tool. You need to actually click the anchor point, because if you just click anywhere else in the shape, it's not going to work, so you need to click the anchor point. Once you've actually made your area type selection, of course you can press Command or Control T for the character window and then adjust your type from there. But now I've got some area type, I can demonstrate how the function actually works and finds it on my canvas. And so like I said before, if you have something selected, the other grayed out options are now available open to you. And that was the second selection function in Adobe Illustrator, which is under Select an Object. The third and the final option for selecting things is probably one of the most popular ones, and that's one of the most useful, and that is again under Select but then Same. So for example, I have this blue circle here. If I come up to Select Same and then I click Appearance, Illustrator is going to match up what it thinks is a similar appearance to the original circle. This isn't that precise, but it can come in handy. But one option that is really useful and it's really handy is just fill color, but also shape as well. You can select any design element of the same shape across your entire design. And also there's stroke weight and stroke color options. And I do use the select same function quite often in my graphic design process because it is really useful, especially on complex, intricate, and very busy designs. So there were 3 functions in Adobe Illustrator where you can select and maneuver around your designs with ease. Do you use all 3 of these functions, or did you learn something in today's graphic design tutorial? Do let me know down below with a comment, because I do make sure to read all of you guys' comments and I try to reply to as many as possible. If you want to help out the channel, just simply like the video and share it on social media. And of course, until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.